If Dockerfile is the recipe for creating a single dish, Kubernetes is the head chef who runs the entire kitchen, making sure every dish is prepared, served, and managed for hundreds of customers at once. A Dockerfile is simply a set of instructions that describes how to build a container. It tells the computer things like what operating system or base environment to start with. For example, Ubuntu, Python, Node.js. What extra software or libraries should be installed? Which files from your project should be added? What command should run when the container starts? Once you have a Dockerfile, you use it to create a Docker image. That image is like a ready-made package of your app. When you start that image, you get a container, which is the running version of your app. Think of it like cooking. The Dockerfile is the recipe. The image is the cake you baked following the recipe. The container is the slice of cake served on a plate for someone to eat. Kubernetes, often shortened to K8s, comes into play after the container is created. It doesn't care how you made the cake, Dockerfile. It cares about how to serve it to hundreds or thousands of people reliably. Kubernetes is a container orchestration system. This means it is responsible for starting and running containers on multiple computers, called nodes, scaling up the number of containers when demand increases, and scaling down when demand decreases. Healing problems automatically by restarting containers if they crash, or moving them to a different server if one fails. Distributing traffic so that no single container gets overloaded. Managing secrets and storage, like passwords or shared data. Think of Kubernetes like a restaurant manager. While the chef uses a recipe to bake one cake, the manager decides how many cakes need to be made today, which branch of the restaurant should serve them, what to do if one cake spoils or a branch runs out, how to make sure customers are evenly served. Here's the flow. You first create a Dockerfile, which defines what your application looks like inside a container. That Dockerfile is used to build an image. You can run that image as a container on your computer or server. If you only need one or two containers, Docker itself is enough. But when you need to run dozens, hundreds, or even thousands of containers across many computers, you need Kubernetes to organize and manage them automatically. In short, a Dockerfile is about building the container, while Kubernetes is about running and managing containers at scale. So now you know the difference. Dockerfile builds the container, and Kubernetes manages it at scale. If this breakdown helped you understand things more clearly, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss more simple tech explanations like this one.